January 25th, Persian Gulf entrance. For 17 p.m. local time, the Strait of Hormuz narrows to just 21 nautical miles at its tightest point, a corridor through which nearly one-fifth of the world's daily oil supply must pass. At the center of that corridor moves the USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group, a formation of 7 warships and more than 7,000 sailors and Marines. The centerpiece is USS Abraham Lincoln, a Nimitz-class nuclear-powered aircraft carrier measuring 332.8 meters in length, displacing approximately 100,000 metric tons, and valued at an estimated $13 billion. Powered by 2 A4W nuclear reactors, the carrier requires no refueling for over 20 years and can sustain speeds exceeding 30 knots, while projecting air power across a radius of more than 1,000 kilometers through its embarked air wing of 90 aircraft. This is not just a naval transit. This is a strategic signal. Control of this passage determines the security of global energy markets, the credibility of maritime law, and the balance of deterrence in the Middle East. As the strike group advances toward Iranian territorial waters, radar systems along the coast track every kilometer of its progress. For 17 p.m., the sea state is moderate, visibility clear. The carrier's escort formation maintains a defensive screen at distances ranging from 5 to 15 nautical miles. Iranian coastal radars lock onto the formation, assigning target tracks to the carrier and its escorts. The moment marks the convergence of months of political tension and decades of naval doctrine. Whoever controls this choke point controls more than shipping lanes. They control leverage. The USS Abraham Lincoln Strike Group is built around layered defense and overwhelming retaliation. Alongside the carrier's sail, the Ticonderoga-class guided missile cruiser USS Lake Champlain, displacing 9,600 tons and equipped with the Aegis Combat System and SPY, 1D phase array radar. 3 Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, USS Stetham, USS Michael Murphy, and USS Ralph Johnson, each displacing approximately 9,200 tons and valued at roughly $1.8 billion apiece, provide additional missile defense and strike capability. USS Bataan, an amphibious assault ship displacing 40,500 tons, carries approximately 800 Marines and 8 H-1Z Viper attack helicopters, each helicopter valued at approximately $31 million, armed with AGM-114 Hellfire missiles. Operating in formation are 2 Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force Aegis destroyers, JS Otago and JS Ashigura, each equipped with SM-series interceptors and advanced radar suites. The carrier's air wing includes F divided by -18E divided by F Super Hornets, each costing approximately $70 million, capable of speeds exceeding Mach 1.8 and combat radii of over 720 kilometers. It also includes F-35C Lightning II stealth fighters, valued at approximately $100 million per aircraft, designed to operate with radar cross-sections measured in fractions of a square meter, capable of penetrating modern air defense systems. The strategic context is clear. This formation represents not only American naval power, but the operational backbone of Alliance credibility. The mathematics are unforgiving. A single carrier strike group can deliver more combat power than many national air forces. January 23rd, 11:02 a.m., White House Situation Room. Intelligence briefings outline Iranian naval activity, missile deployments, and increased harassment of commercial shipping. The order is issued. Deploy the USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group to the Persian Gulf. The mission is a freedom of navigation operation. The message is deterrence. The risk is escalation. Within hours, operational tasking orders reach the carrier group in the Arabian Sea. Navigation routes are plotted. Air patrol schedules adjusted. Missile magazines are inspected. Each Arleigh Burke destroyer carries approximately 90 to 96 vertical launch cells, capable of firing SM-2, SM-6, and Tomahawk cruise missiles. USS Lake Champlain carries a similar loadout, with a total strike capacity exceeding 300 missiles across the formation. The cost of the munitions alone aboard the group exceeds $1 billion. January 24th, 6 a.m., the strike group departs the Arabian Sea, heading north. Iranian military alert levels escalate. Coastal missile units disperse to pre-surveyed firing positions. C-802 and Khalij-Fars anti-ship missiles are moved from storage to launch rails. The Khalij-Fars, a solid-fuel ballistic anti-ship missile, is estimated to have a range of approximately 300 kilometers, terminal guidance via electro-optical sensors, and a warhead mass of approximately 650 kilograms. Unit cost estimates range from $1 million to $2 million per missile. Iranian radar operators track the strike group continuously. Small craft patrols maneuver along the coast. The assumption is simple. The carrier is a symbol. Sink the symbol, force negotiations. This assumption will be tested by physics, probability, and layer defense. January 25th, 2 p.m., the formation enters the Strait of Hormuz. At its narrowest point, the channel is 21 miles wide, with shipping lanes compressed into corridors just 3 kilometers across in each direction. Iranian territory lies to the north, Oman to the south. Every radar, camera, and observer post along the Iranian coast is active. Admiral James Richardson, aboard USS Abraham Lincoln, orders general quarters. Combat information centers on all ships transition to wartime posture. Aegis systems begin continuous tracking cycles, refreshing radar sweeps every few seconds, correlating tracks, calculating engagement envelopes. 3:30 p.m. 7 Iranian missile positions receive final readiness orders. The network includes batteries on Keshem Island, Kish Island, Abu Musa Island, Larak Island, Hormuz Island, coastal sites near Bandar Abbas, and mobile launchers aboard 10 fast attack boats. The total inventory committed, 44 anti-ship missiles. The plan is saturation. Overwhelm the interceptors. Force leakers through the defensive screen. The carrier is the primary target. 4 p.m. The strike group clears the strait and enters the Persian Gulf proper. The carrier maintains course at approximately 20 knots. No evasive maneuvers. The signal is deliberate. The window for Iranian decision-making closes. Launch authorization is transmitted from Iranian command centers. The order is clear. Fire all missiles. Launch. From 7 locations, 44 missiles ignite. Solid rocket motors generate exhaust temperatures exceeding 3,000 degrees Celsius. Sea-skimming cruise missiles descend altitude of 5 to 10 meters above the water, using inertial navigation and active radar seekers in their terminal phase. Ballistic anti-ship variants arc upward before descending at steep angles, accelerating to speeds estimated between Mach 3 and Mach 5. Flight time to the carrier group, approximately 90 seconds. For 17 and 4 seconds p.m., 4 seconds after launch, Aegis radars aboard USS Lake Champlain and the Japanese destroyers detect multiple inbound tracks. The SBY-1D phase array systems process thousands of data points per second, generating engagement solutions. Vampire, vampire, vampire. The alert tone fills combat information centers. All 7 ships transition to autonomous engagement mode. The defensive doctrine is layered. Long-range intercepts, medium-range intercepts, point defense. For 17 and 15 seconds p.m., USS Lake Champlain fires the first salvo, 10 SM, 6 interceptors. Each SM, 6 missile costs approximately $4.3 million, weighs 1,500 kilograms, and can engage targets at ranges exceeding 240 kilometers. The missile accelerates to speeds above Mach 3, guided by inertial navigation and active radar homing. Arleigh Burke destroyers follow with SM-2 missiles, each costing approximately $2.5 million, engaging targets at medium range. The Japanese destroyers launch SM-3 and SM-2 interceptors, integrating their fire control systems into the shared engagement network. Total interceptors in the first wave, 70 missiles. The cost of this defensive salvo alone exceeds $200 million. The mathematics are unforgiving. 44 incoming missiles versus 70 interceptors. Probability of kill per interceptor, estimated between 0.7 and 0.9. The system is designed for redundancy, not certainty. For 17 and 45 seconds p.m., 16 F/A, 18 Super Hornets on combat air patrol, receive orders to engage inbound missiles using AIM-120 AMRAAMs. Each AMRAAM costs approximately $1 million and is designed for air-to-air combat, not missile interception. The pilots descend, acquiring radar locks on targets with radar cross-sections measured in fractions of a square meter, skimming the surface at nearly 900 kilometers per hour. 32 AMRAAMs are launched. The maneuver is unconventional, but adds another layer to the defensive envelope. 4:18 p.m. First intercepts occur at approximately 40 kilometers from the formation. SM-6 missiles detonate proximity. Fuses near for Iranian missiles. Warheads fragment into high-velocity shrapnel fields, shredding guidance systems and fuel tanks. Debris falls into the Gulf. SM-2 missiles engage the next wave at 20 kilometers. 8 more missiles are destroyed. For 18 and 50 seconds p.m., the last missile closes to within 1,000 meters of USS Abraham Lincoln. Phalanx CIWS systems. 8 Gatling guns across the formation. Open fire. Each system fires 20 millimeters rounds at combined rate exceeding 60,000 rounds per minute. The projectile stream forms a wall of tungsten. The missile disintegrates in a fireball above the water. Result: 44 missiles launched. 44 missiles destroyed. 0 hits. The carrier remains intact. The escorts remain intact. The defensive system functions as designed. But the moment the first Iranian missile launched, another process began. For 17 and 30 seconds p.m., 30 seconds into the inbound flight, Admiral Richardson authorizes counterstrike. 24 F/A, 18 Super Hornets launch from USS Abraham Lincoln, each carrying 4 AGM-154 joint standoff weapons. Each JSOW costs approximately $400,000, weighs 483 kilograms, and can glide more than 130 kilometers using GPS and infrared guidance. 12 F-35C Lightning II fighters launch, carrying GBU-53/B Stormbreaker bombs, each weighing 93 kilograms, equipped with tri-mode seekers combining radar, infrared, and GPS guidance. Total air-delivered weapons, 192. 4:18 p.m. 8 AH-1Z Viper helicopters from USS Bataan engage Iranian fast attack boats. Each helicopter fires AGM-114 Hellfire missiles, costing approximately $150,000 per unit. 64 Hellfires are launched against 10 boats. Each boat is struck multiple times. Overpressure and fragmentation destroy hulls and engines. All 10 boats are disabled within 90 seconds. EA-18G Growler aircraft activate electronic warfare systems. Iranian radar frequencies are jammed across multiple bands. Fire control radars lose lock. Communication nodes experience interference. The electromagnetic spectrum becomes contested space. 48 AGM-88 HAR missiles are launched at Iranian radar installations. Each missile costs approximately $300,000 and homes in on radar emissions. Dishes are destroyed. Control vans collapse. Within minutes, Iranian coastal radar coverage degrades across a 150-kilometer sector. Strike aircraft reach the coast. 7 missile batteries are targeted simultaneously. SOs glide in at low observable profiles, detonating with blast radii exceeding 50 meters. Ammunition bunkers ignite. Secondary explosions ripple through storage sites. 4:27 p.m. F-35CS strike deeper command and production facilities. Stormbreaker bombs penetrate rooftops and detonate inside assembly halls. Missile production lines are destroyed. Power grids fail. The facilities cannot be quickly rebuilt. Japanese destroyers fire Tomahawk cruise missiles. Each Tomahawk costs approximately $1.9 million, weighs 1,600 kilograms, and can fly more than 1,600 kilometers at subsonic speeds using terrain counter-matching. 32 missiles strike regional command bunkers. Reinforced concrete structures collapse. Secondary strikes target ammunition depots and fuel facilities. Explosions generate fireballs visible from orbiting satellites. Fuel reserves critical to naval operations are destroyed. 33 minutes after the first Iranian missile launch, the strike phase ends. Total munitions expended: 96 American Tomahawks, 32 Japanese Tomahawks, 192 JSOW and Stormbreaker bombs, 64 Hellfire missiles, 48 HARM missiles. Total: 432 precision-guided weapons. The estimated cost of the strike package exceeds $400 million. Targets destroyed include 7 missile batteries, 10 fast attack boats, multiple command centers, radar installations, fuel depots, and production facilities. The coastal defense network is rendered inoperable. The USS Abraham Lincoln Strike Group continues northward. Shipping resumes through the strait. Oil markets fluctuate. Diplomatic channels activate. The strategic impact extends beyond physical damage. The operation demonstrates integrated missile defense, multinational naval cooperation, and the economics of modern warfare. The cost ratio is stark. Approximately $50 million in Iranian missiles triggers a response costing hundreds of millions of dollars. But the strategic loss is not monetary. It is capability. Infrastructure takes years to rebuild. Trained personnel take decades to replace. Credibility, once damaged, is costly to restore. This is not just a naval engagement. This is a demonstration of layered defense doctrine, network warfare, and the role of alliances in maritime security. The mathematics of saturation attacks are tested against the mathematics of probability, redundancy, and industrial-scale logistics. The lesson is structural. Modern carriers are not isolated targets. They are nodes in a web of sensors, shooters, and partners. Attacking one activates many. The assumption collapses.